Hey everybody, my name's Ed. Okay, so we are going to do another quick movie review. This time it is going to be Two Women. So, Two Women came out in 1960, directed by Vittorio. I'm going to mess up some people's names, so I apologize. Vittorio De Sica, starring Sophia Loren and Eleanor Brown, and Jean Paul Belmondo. The movie is based on a 1957 novel by Alberto Moravia. So, in it, a free spirited yet cynical woman in Italy during World War II leaves Rome with her shy daughter to escape the violence and horrors of the war. And during their travels, they run into different people and situations and have to wrestle with the tragedies caused by the war. So, sorry, excuse me. So, Sophia Loren is Cicera. She lives in Rome and runs a store with her daughter Rosetta during World War II. They are under constant bombing. She is an angry widow who is cynical about everything, and the only thing she cares about is her young daughter, who she dotes on. With the help of one of her friends, a married man that she hooks up with, they leave town. They deal with food shortages and poverty. They encounter other people who've been hurt by the war. They eventually join relatives who live slightly isolated in the country and try to wait out the war there. The two of them have interesting character interactions with soldiers, village people, and family members. Everyone feels the effects of the war. There's a hint of a possible romance, but the film builds to a very shocking and tragic climax, and then there's a kind of a bittersweet ending. So, Two Women features a great performance by Sophia Loren. She pretty much carries the picture, not just with her natural beauty, but with her presence. Sophia's character, Cecilia, is very interesting. Throughout much of the movie, she's shown to be defiant, but she's also capable of humor and compassion. Having said that, there's good performances from everyone around. The movie takes an interesting look at the relationships between men and women. Cecilia is a woman who is now widowed, but once married to an older husband, and it suggested that she might have been kind of a loose woman at one time, but she feels angry about the cards she's been dealt as a woman. There's scenes where authority figures try to coerce favors from her. Other men try to tempt her. The potential threat of sexual violence is something that appears quite a few times in the movie. However, the movie doesn't see it as a systemic thing, but just the way the world works. One of the more positive encounters with men that Sarah has is with Michelle, the intellectual. So he enters their lives, and Michelle is, like I said, intellectual. He's moral. He's a little naive, though. Michelle is kind to Cicera Rosetta, but Cicera maybe thinks that she might be just a little bit too worldly for her. But their relationship is one of the more positive yet tragic in the film. Now, war and the horrors of war are present without I'll say, overly simplistic or reducing countries to just good guys and bad guys. The movie's not overtly political, at least not in the obvious way, but it chooses to focus on the human costs of war and the townspeople who are eager for the conflict to be over. So there's lots of poverty and destruction shown in the movie. We have desperate people who are trying to barter for goods. Some folks cheat and take advantage of others, and the wars made everyone desperate. The causes of World War II are not really explained, only that Italy, the US, Germany, and Russia are involved. Soldiers are shown as occupiers, and some are benevolent, and some are not. But again, the threat, excuse me, of potential violence is always present. Now, the version I saw was very good looking. There's like great sweeping shots of the landscape, nice framing, nice composition. The cinematography is in stark black and white with interesting contrasts and nuances and deep grading and deep focus. The credit here should go to cinematographer, I guess it's Gabor Pognani, Pogany, who has a career spanning 30 plus years. So to wrap it up, Two Women is a gripping film. It's nice looking and well shot movie with great star performance from Sophia Loren, as well as good supporting performances from the rest of the cast. The film tackles interesting themes that touch on the horrors of war, poverty, and exploitation, as well as a provocative take on male-female relationships and the complex human characterizations. It does capture a certain moment in filmmaking history, and it's a classic film in its own right. All right, so I guess that is basically it. I've got to thank you very much for listening, and you guys have a great day. Thank you.